कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है। लूट लूट दधी माखन खायो, ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चरायो। लूट लूट दधी माखन खायो, ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चरायो, ऐसे लीला धाम को, ऐसे लीला धाम को मेरा बारंबार प्रणाम है।
गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पता न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनं गणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरु स्मृतः। विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तम् अनुपेतम् अपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातराजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितीर्षतां तमोन्धं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपया नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे। नमो किञ्चन वित्ताय निवृत्तगुणवृत्तये आत्मारामाय शान्ताय कैवल्यपतये नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। गोविन्दा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हरे मुरारे हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद। Hare Murare, Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda, Hare Murare. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda, Hare Murare. Hare Murare, Hare Murare. Hare Murare, Hare Murare. Hare Murare, Hare Murare. Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. And Vasudeva. He Nath and Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर हरि ओम। Unless there is a expression of God, unless there is a special expression of God, the problems of our life cannot be solved. The samashti or the macrocosm has to take avatar in the Veshti or microcosm. Like all around there is a samashti or the macrocosmic all-pervading air. Unless it comes in us and becomes my breathing, my inhaling, it won't help me. Outer air cannot help me unless it comes to me as inner air and I can say, no, this is my breathing now. This is avatar of that breathing. Then only it can nourish me. Merely outer air cannot nourish unless I have the air to nourish my organs inside. Then only I can be rejuvenated or vitalized. The sun is there outside, but unless I expose myself to the sun and the light of the sun comes in my eyes and I can see around, and then that sun has taken avatar in my eyes, and then that sun can give me the light to understand, to see. Similarly, water is there. There is plenty of millions of gallons of water are around. But unless I take it in a glass and personalize it, and I drink that water, then only that water has taken avatar in me. And I can say that it has now going to replenish and nourish the organs inside. If this is the case, the total cosmic God which is all present, unless it comes to me inside me, the Jeev, and it nourishes my soul and I can possess that. All the time I experience, I have air inside, I have breathing inside. All the time I experience there is water in me. All the time I experience there is heat in me. All the time I experience there is food in me. Similarly, that experience that there is God who is nourishing, not the Drishta one. I am not talking of the Vedanta Drishta. I am talking of the doer God. I am talking of the nourisher God who has a special relation with me. Unless he comes in me, in my mind, the problem of the Jeev will never be sorted out. Any problem is the name of divorce with our divorce of the God with me, the special God, nourishing God, talking God, walking God, guiding God, loving God, maybe understanding God. I am not in tune with the God. That lack of tuning with the infinite God is called my sorrow in my life. If I had been tuned to Him, I would have listened to Him, and as He is happy, I would also be happy. When you say tune to me or tune to somebody, that means his thought becomes my thought. That is called tuned. When I say the student is tuned to the teacher, that means the teacher's notion and emotion has become the student's notion and emotion. Similarly, if I was tuned to God, I would have understood His sorrow, His joy, and I would have been quiet. Mam sadharma magata sarge no bijayante prale na vyatanti cha itam jnanam upashratya mam sadharma magata. This Bhagavan says in 14th chapter. And therefore, whole 10th canto will be attempting to bring that Lord closer to me through various leelas, through various kathas. Without that, as Brahmakara vritti is required for removal of ignorance, therefore Ishtakara vritti is required for removal of vasana. Or you need a thought, Leelakar vritti is required to remove our own notions, our own attachments, our own ahankar, our own self-importance, our own way of thinking. So let's move ahead now. We were there in the first chapter of 10th canto. How to do that? Bhagavan says, I will tell you first the Shukdev ji says, I'll tell you, before he could have straight away gone to Bhagavan Krishna Leela, but he started telling about Devaki ji and Vasudeva ji. And these two characters will always amaze you. Because to bring the Lord, the amount of patience required, faith required, the purity of bhav is required. You can see in both these mother and father, who will be becoming mother and father. Unless somebody becomes Devaki, somebody's intellect is Devaki and mind is Vasudeva, he cannot express, he cannot bring avatar. One who has not gone through the pains of making his mind ready so that Jeev can't have the Dravit Chitta, he won't have. When you take a pain, your mind melts. Therefore, you go to Kedarnath with a helicopter, you go to Gauri Kund or Gupta Kashi, and after that you land up in half an hour. So this is one way of going. Second way is you travel all the way. You start from Gauri Kund. Earlier when I was going it was 14 kilometers. Now it is 19-20 kilometers. It has become more difficult now. So you walk all the way. Many times I have been invited by God and He only carried me. Many times, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 10 times, but many times. And when we go there, so whole thing is to create a pain and pang. And therefore when you walk, naturally you think about the Lord, how long is there? You see how long is there? Every minute. And then you also think, oh Lord, when will you meet me? कब मिलेंगे भगवान? आया केदारनाथ, अभी तो half भी नहीं हुआ. चलते रहो. Half also is not over. Half is also not over. No. अच्छा. चलते रहो. You start panting. I know. Badrinath is very easy. Gangotri is also easy. Jamnotri is a little difficult and Kedarnath. Jamnotri is 6-7 kilometers. But Kedarnath is the most difficult of all. And God made it more difficult now. And you sit down. Then one horse person comes, he says, "Aapse hoga nahi, chaliye baith jaiye." You can't manage to climb, better sit on the horse and come. Take one bottle and keep on sipping. And you see dark clouds are also there. And you had a bag and sack, क्या बोलते हैं? Backpack, bag, sack. You put on the horse went away. Hey, घोड़ा वाले, कहाँ गया? चला गया वो? अरे मैं स्वेटर चाहिए. अरे my sweater and my छाता, कहाँ गया छाता? कहीं चला गया. क्या यार? Hey, वो आ गया. And every now and then they turn like this. यहाँ जाओ फिर यहाँ जाओ, यहाँ जाओ वहाँ जाओ. And from here you see on the top one can be बोले वहाँ तक जाना. अरे राम रे, बचेंगे वहाँ तक. But all through you are preparing. Why pain is there? दर्द हो रहा है, पूरे पैर में दर्द हो रहा है. Whole feet is paining, knees are paining, thighs are paining. अच्छा, हाँ, बहुत दर्द हो रहा है. We don't have a habit of walking like that. So lot of pain is there. Tiredness is there. Sweating is there, hunger is there, thirst is there, cold you are feeling. कब पहुँचेंगे? What is the time now? 5 p.m. And how much you have done? 7 kilometers. Oh my God! How will you cover? 7 more is there, uphill. Oh, Hoy Baba, Kedar Baba, Kedar Baba, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. बस यही पेन चाहिए होता है. ये मन को द्रवित करे, melts your heart, ultimately tumbling and fumbling, and somehow you reach with your at 12:30 a.m. I'm telling about myself. Some are very fast walkers, like Stanley. You reached early. I go very slow. And you go there. Hi Bhagavan, Jai Ho Bhagavan Ji Dev, पहुँच गए. अवतार हो गया. जय हो, जय हो, जय हो. ऐसे देवकी वसुदेव बनोगे नहीं तो अवतार कैसे होगा आपका? अभी देखना क्या कष्ट आने वाला है. Yesterday you saw. अभी तो serious problem will come now. He held Devki's hair, you heard yesterday, Kans, and Devki was quiet. Quietness means all harshness of my life I have accepted as his as his grace. Anyway, Vasudevji then did this. He said, Bhai, what are you doing? Then Vasudevji was very good. See how balanced he is in this. The naked sword is outside, and he was very cruel, it was known. Any time he could have killed both of them. At that time also, see, balance of Vasudevji is there. He knew that we should try to avoid as much as possible the death of anybody. He said, Bhai, Kansji, you have such a good name. But he said in sarcasm, and he said, don't kill her. 38 shlok, you see. He started telling some Vedantic points to Kans, because Kans was also attending Vedant classes. Kans had a very good knowledge of Vedanta. You will see it later on. Kans and Ravana both were having knowledge of Vedanta, but they were not Vedantin. Mrityur janmavatam vira dehena sahajayate adyavabd shatante va mrityurvai praninam dhuva. 38 shlok. He said, oh brave Kans, you know, when anybody is born, death is also born along with that person. It's a matter of today or after one yug, somewhere you have to die. And after death, he's trying to show that even if you die, Kans, don't worry, it's a process. Like morning, tomorrow also sunrise will be there. So why to grieve for something? Tasmad aparihari arthe natvam shochitum arhasi. When tomorrow morning you will have sunrise, why should you bother about that? So death will be there. Death is inevitable. So, dehe panchatvam apanne dehi karmanugaha avasha. 39 shlok. So this dehi means the jeev. He will definitely take another body. He will take another body. And this is the point which is written here. This is in the 40th shlok. That as the what shall we say? Grasshopper walks like this. See, it looks like this. Grasshopper. No, what is it called? Caterpillar. Like this it walks. So unless it takes its feet here, doesn't leave this, then it goes like that. Like that. You can see. Put on somebody and see. So, so here he is saying that. Or sometimes they put mala, especially the marigold mala. It has this caterpillar, marigold. And because the color of that is same, so it climbs here and there. And it bites also. Caterpillar bites. It stings like that. You have not experienced? No. Hare? It bites. Not a very terrible bite, but you can feel it. And the point is you have to give talk on Anand. So here he says that this is the point given. See, Vrajantishtan padaikena yatha ev ekena gacchati. See the word, 40th shlok. As after establishing its feet somewhere, then it leaves the hind feet, back feet. Similarly, yatha trid jaluka evam dehi karma gatim. Dehi means the jeev. Jeev, when it goes, it telecasts. So which body has to be taken? After this body is fixed, then it leaves the body. One common question is there. When the person dies, how long it takes for another birth? How long? One week? Don't ask such questions. These are difficult to answer. It is possible that the body is already not ready, but he is there. He is in Pret Yoni or he is in some Yoni. He is there. He is waiting. He is waiting because that body is not ready where he wants to go into that. It's quite a mysterious process. How it goes and identifies there. Tatha dehantaram, see, this is what is said here. Not that after he left and it is searching now which body to go. ऐसा नहीं होता. वो तभी छोड़ेगा when it is fixed. Oh, it is already decided where it has to go. Not he decide. Bhagwan will decide. Devta will take him. Devta will take him somewhere. Well, if he has born to be America, it will take time. No. Right? Because so far, and Chatswat he has to be born into, he can be immediately go. No, it's not the travel in time and space. It's a travel in bhav. It's a travel in identification. It's bhav bhavantar prapti, not desh deshantar prapti. It's like a traveling in the dream. From here you went to the dream. So traveling in the dream is not in space. It is in identification. बताओ ये सब बता रहे हैं पागल आदमी को, कंस को ये सब बता रहे हैं. ऐसे मौके पे he is still held the hair और हाथ में तलवार है. Still his mind is so composed. ये वसुदेव जी हैं, दोनों इतने प्योर हैं. The sign of purity is a non-reactive mind. कितना बड़ा कष्ट आ गया बेचारी पे. And he gives 1-2 examples. He says, supposing some poor person is there, and he is imagining of becoming a king and becoming Indra, or he is imagining. And he has so much imagined that in the dream he becomes like that in the dream. That body he gets in the dream because of his imagination in the waking state. Some things sometimes you cannot do, or you cannot become what you want to become in the waking state. So you sleep with that thought, and ultimately in the dream you have that dream. You must have such dreams. And then you are very happy, see, at least in the dream I had that dream. So similarly, here also because of the identification with that particular thought, he is reborn. Vasudevji is saying. And this tad bhav bhavita, this word is used in Gita. Tad bhav bhavita, he is possessed by that bhav. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajatyante kalevaram tam ev eti. Tad bhav bhavita. He is too much thinking about that. And similarly, Kans, he will be born there. If somebody is thinking about dog, he will be dog bhav bhavita. So he will become dog. And because he was always coming to temple, he'll be near the temple, he'll be there. Or supposing he has done very good, so he will be in some president's house, dog will be there. Dog also is punya. All dogs are not same. Some dogs are very meritorious dogs. They get ice cream every day. And they get bath, they get shampoo in their body. If some insect goes, somebody takes it out. They spend a lot. Another is the street dog also, who is full of his suffering like that alone. Nobody to look after that dog. Alag dog hote hain. So, therefore, once understanding, if you have such thoughts, in short, he wanted to say like that. He didn't say. He said, if you have such thought of, all the time having anger towards somebody, so you will be born with some kind of this body which has a anger aspect in it, or badla lene ki bhavna, a tendency to take revenge. That body will have. And therefore you should not do things. 44th slok, important, please take it. Tasmanna kasyachid droham acharet sa tatha vidah atmana kshemam anvichan drogdhurvai parto bhayam. This slok is important, 44th slok. He said one should not hate anybody. Because in this birth he will be upset, he will spoil his time. And in next birth, also he will be born with that thought. And because he has been thinking, so he will be born with a burning body. And as is your bhav, accordingly you will get somebody to fuel that bhav. So you will have somebody who will always make you angry or upset. Or maybe that person whom you don't like, he will come very close to you as your mother, father, child, brother. Because you remembered a lot this birth. So he will come as your very close, but he will behave like an enemy. Now because you remembered him, therefore you have signed a contract as if you have become very close to him in some manner. So he will come in some way and he will trouble in other manner. Oh my God, yes. So Atmana Kshema Manvichan. So don't do this, Vasudevji is saying. Kanso was smiling. He said, अच्छा ये बहुत लंबा जाता है. राग द्वेष has a very long life. It is not going to go so easily. It will therefore be very, very careful. It will continue till next birth, and I don't know, again it will continue, and then again it will continue. Ab see Dronachar and Drupad, both were very close, childhood friend. And Dronachar was very brilliant. Drupad was okay. So, but Drupad was a king. He said, Dron, whenever you have any problem, you come to me. I will give you half of my kingdom. So Dronachar became very poor. So when he grew up, he went to Drupad. You know the story. Drupad scolded him left and right. He said, get out. Are you not ashamed? You are coming to me? Bhiru got very upset. Who? Dronacharya. Now when he trained the Pandavas, देखो कहाँ से अब traveling हो गई, hatred शुरू हो गया. He trained the Pandavas, then the Guru Dakshina had to be given. Without Guru Dakshina, knowledge will be forgotten. So that Arjun was great. He said, Gurudev, what Dakshina? He said, please fight with Drupad, be victorious and bring him. Arjun was great. ये तो ससुर होने वाले थे अर्जुन, पहले से झगड़ा कर लिया. तो he fought and he brought and he threw at the feet of Dronacharya. Now it was very insulting. He had a Kshatriya blood, this Drupad. Anyway, something they took half his kingdom, something like that. But this was burning in his mind. Now he started, see how long it goes. Dronacharya, Drupad. Now Drupad had taken a vow, I will kill Dronacharya. And he did yajna for this, killing this. By mistake, some mistake happened, Draupadi came out. It was a mistake. Priest was sleepy or whatever. So instead of the boy, girl came out from the yajna. Draupadi was born from the yajna. Now again he did the Anushthan, then Drishtadumna came out. Then Drishtadumna in Mahabharata war, he killed Dronacharya. Then see how the whole things are going on. Then his son, Dronacharya's son called Ashwathama, killed 5 sons of Draupadi. Then after that, Bhagavan Krishna said, okay, Arjun take away his money. And they say Ashwathama is still wandering here and there. And here his bleeding is going on constantly because the money had been taken out. So there are 2 places in India where he comes in the morning. He is a devotee of Lord Shiva. So around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock he comes. He takes a dip. If anybody sees, either he goes mad or he dies. But some people tried. And the video, etc., they put all around. The video fell down. They put a camera and camera fell down. And ultimately, they heard the sound in the pond. And moment you open the door, Shivji's akshat and flower are on Shivling. So today also he is there. And anywhere he goes, he asks for haldi and something to pacify him. Till today it is going on. 5,000 years have passed. So don't think that you dislike and the story is over. He will come back in your life in some manner, or somebody like him will come back. Therefore, very careful, be very careful. Esha tavanuja bala. He says, Kant says, Vasudevji says, that she is just a small child in front of you. Kripana. So, poor thing, leave her. Putrika upama. She is like your daughter only. Don't kill her. But he was very cruel. Kans. He was not bending. And then Vasudevji thought, somehow we should not throw away the life, we should protect the life. So he said, if I promise him that I'll give my son, maybe he will leave. Who knows, either he dies before or my son will kill him. Because this is a typical mysterious ways of the God, nobody knows. Why? Sometimes the death is very close, still it doesn't. Sometimes you see, an accident happens. There is a closely touch. One person, truck ran over him. But only thing was, the tires of the truck didn't touch him. Tires of the truck didn't touch him. So inside, he was like this, and he was walking comfortably. And it was written, the caption was written, missed call from Yamraj. It is videos are there like that. अब वो बच गया. And somebody is there, he is going, all of a sudden one big tree falls and it passes away. वो ट्री भी पड़े कहाँ से पता नहीं उसी समय गिरना था उसको. You just don't know death will come from which angle, from which area it will sneak into. You don't know how close it is. And therefore I don't know whether this will be killed or my son will be killed. Sometimes whole forest is on fire. So which tree will get burned, which will not be burned, that only Brahmaji knows. So I think I should just promise to him that I'll give my son one after another. So at least he will save this Devaki. Vasudevji said, see, whatever he said, Putram samarpayishye, 54 shlok. Tasyaha yatate bhayamuttitam. मिल गया? बोले I will offer my. He did not ask Devaki. Devaki did not say, huh? Her eyes were still bent. ये बहुत समर्पण चाहिए होता है. And then Kans, he saw. He said, "Acha." He took out his glasses like that. Well, Kans wore glasses. It is written. No, it's from my side. I am suspecting that. So Kans had lot of belief in Vasudevji. See what is written here. देखो ना आप समर्पण क्या है. इसीलिए हम बताए, please understand, if you have not gone through some pains, God will not take out that. When the seed is sown, I don't know, in the ground, you plow the whole field first. And when plowing, you dig it. ये plowing जरूरी है. Therefore, Krish word has two meanings. Krish root. One is to pull, one is to plow. Therefore, Krishi word has come from Krish. बिचारी वो चुपचाप देख रहे थे. इतना हाई लेवल ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस. And Kans said, भाई, sister's husband is called? Sister's husband? जीजा. भाई क्या सोच रहे हैं सब लोग. बोले जीजा जी. इतना सोच रहे हैं लोग, थिंकिंग. सो वसुदेवः अपि कंसः तत् वाक्य सार्वित. He said he never lies. देखो एक credibility है थी. This was the credibility of Vasudevji. He said, I will give my child. He said, okay, let's fine. And this way, Vasudevji said, life is saved of my wife. देख रहे हो आप, बचाया. अथ काल उपावृते देवकी सर्व देवता, 56 श्लोक. In Devaki, all devatas were there. Devaki had all devatas in her. Why? अरे इतना tolerance है, so much of dhairya is there, so much of upasana is there, so much of purity is there, so much of non-reactive life is there, so much of acceptance is there. शांत है, इतना कष्ट आया. अब she also knew that whatever Vasudevji says, he does it. He didn't come back and say, why did you promise without asking me? Didn't you know the vows of the marriage? Whatever you do, you have to consult your wife. Without asking, why did you do like that? Who are you to do like that? Child belongs to mother and father both, not to the father only. How can you take my child? Imagine Devaki's mind. She knew that I am going to lose all my children now. Mourn. Not a compulsive mourn, but a reverential mourn. There must be something behind it. When the pain comes, and a person understands there must be some planning behind it. And the ability to tolerate it and absorb it is better. First child came. Putran prasushe chashtau kanyam chaiv anuvatsaram. And his name was Kirtiman. Name भी रख दिया इन लोगों ने. And the moment the first child came, they were not in the prison. They're not in the prison. Vasudevji did like this. Imagine you are a mother. 9 months you have put the child in your womb. And you have to give that child to be killed mercilessly. कौन बनेगा देवकी भाई? कोई है देवकी बनने लायक? अर्पयामास कृच्छ्रेण. कंस, वसुदेव जी took. देख रहे हो? Unless we understand these characters, ही नहीं. But हमने क्या पाप किया था? What पाप I did? I don't know how he took away. I am so unlucky. Oh my God! हाय राम रे, हमसे क्या होगा? ओह, ये सीन नहीं क्रिएट किया. इन लोग में बहुत गहराई होती है. दे दिया. कितना मुश्किल है भगवान में विश्वास करना एट दैट टाइम. हाउ डिफिकल्ट इज टू हैव फेथ इन गॉड एट सच मोमेंट्स. You will feel why God is doing like that. What wrong I have done? I will not worship God. He is troubling me so much. Is this the way? What wrong I had done? From childhood I have been worshipping for this day. कुछ नहीं. रोती रही. And here Vasudev ji, he went to Kans. And with reluctance, he offered that child. Nowhere in the history you will get such an example. He could have run away. He was not in the jail. Because Kans said, Lord, believe only. If Vasudevji had said that, it must be true only. Kans was very, he said, Jija ji, kya? And this slok is very popular and very beautiful. Those who want to become sadhu. Those who don't want to become, still they can take it. So, Kim dussaham nu sadhunam vidusham kim apekshitam kim akaryam kadaryanam dustyajam kin dhritatmanam. What sadhus cannot tolerate. मॉर्निंग ऑल्सो साधु वर्ड है इसका हनुमान चालीसा. साधु संत के तुम रखवारे. यही साधु हैं. वो खड़े हैं बेचारे. आई हैव गिवन द वर्ड. इतना टॉलरेट इसी को बोला हमने. पहले ही आ जाते भगवान. ये सब क्या परेशान कर रहे हैं? यू कुड हैव स्ट्रेट कम एटलीस्ट. कौशल्या जी को तो नहीं सब वो तकलीफ हुई. कौशल्या जी नो चाइल्ड वाज किल्ड. वहाँ तो बढ़िया रामनवमी हो रहा था. आराम से हो रहे थे सब. बढ़िया नाच वाच हो रहा था. दशरथ जी बाजा बजा रहे थे. और यहाँ दोनों परेशान हैं. अवतार क्या हो रहा है? तकलीफ हो रही है इतनी ज्यादा. साधु मतलब है who can tolerate heat and cold, who can tolerate hunger and thirst, who can tolerate bad word. Who can tolerate insult? Who can tolerate his mamta being crushed? Who can tolerate his ahankar being crushed? इसके बिना साधु बनता ही नहीं कोई. चुपचाप ले आए वापस. देख रहे हो आप? किम दुस्सहम. Unless ahankar and mamta is crushed, you will never be able to come closer to God. And therefore, insult is one prerequisite for becoming a saint. One has to be insulted. Right or wrong reason, I am not saying. And tell me, it is not tolerance. Because they had the thought of Lord, therefore these things were dissolving in that thought of Lord. Vasudev was saying, whatever Bhagavan wants, we will accept it. Devaki. The bitterness and harshness is dissolving in the sweetness. They have got so much of faith and sweetness that bitterness was dissolving. Vidusham kim apekshitam? Wise person, what he will expect? Kim apekshitam? Kya apeksha karega? Jnani aadmi kya apeksha? Here vidusham means jnani person. What he will expect? Anapeksha shuchir daksha. Anapeksha shuchir daksha. What he will expect? Kim karya kadarya nam? A mean person, what lowest work he cannot do. Dustejam kim dhritatma nam? One who has patience, what cannot he leave? This is very popular slogan. अच्छा श्लोक है. देख रहे हो हम लोग के क्या कष्ट हो रहा है. अभी तो स्टार्ट हुआ है. अभी तो स्टार्ट हुआ है इनका तकलीफ. It will continue for more than 11-12 years. चुप, मौन, शांत, बड़ा करेक्टर है. And this was the reason why Bhagavan Krishna will offer pranam to them every day of his life after 11th year. रोज प्रणाम करते थे, putting his head at the feet of Devaki. Ishwar offers namaskar to such Jeev. Jeev is offering to Ishwar, that is natural. Kans saw that my Jijaji is so truthful. Tushta mana, he was very happy. He said, wow, what a credibility you have, Jijaji. You are very innocent. Prasanni, he laughed loudly. He said, why you brought this child? Eighth one I remember. I also remember, my memory is good. I eat daily badam, almonds I eat. So, eighth one was mentioned and not first one. This is the first. So in eighth one you bring that one. He chup. In his mind he knew that khal ki priti jata thir nahi. Any time he can change his mind. His love is very unstable. His goodwill is very unstable. He didn't believe that this child won't be killed. And he brought back. Both sat together. Both means Devaki and Vasudeva. Devaki was very happy. Vasudevji said, don't be happy. These are not the days to be happy. Yes. Again he will call us. So जो child है, and you know that he is being killed. He will be killed. What you will feel at that time? Which Bhagavan you will pray? How much faith you will have at that time? थोड़ा सा कष्ट आता है, we leave everything. Narad ji came. Narad ji says that if he doesn't do anything, it is delaying the whole process. So Narad ji said, Narayan, Narayan. Kan said, Aiye, Gurudev, aiye. So he said, can you give me a paper and pen? And bring me some, what is it called? On which you keep? We were asking, no, on which you, writing pad. What is that? Card bag. Backing board. So Kans brought that. He said, yes. He put one circle. Who? Naradji, not Kans. He said, come and sit here. So Kans was weak in mathematics. So he put 8 dots like this on the circle. He said, Kans, which is first? So Kans was wondering, I didn't understand. What is the question? He said, out of the 8 dots, which is first and which is 8th? He said, this can be first. If this is first, this is 8. This is first, this is 8. He said, I have to say what I have to say. I'm going now. It's up to you. He said, wait. Naraji, 1 minute. He said, just because the pressure of your demons have increased and therefore devatas are all preparing. So 8th is said, from where 8th is said, I don't know, but 8th was said, this can be, first can be 8, second can be 8, any thing can be 8. Anyway, I have to go, I'm in rush. And Kans went away. Kans went. He asked the police, go and imprison them. Police people put their head down. He said, I'm telling you. Their name was so big that they didn't imprison him. Ultimately, Kans himself took that handcuff. बिना किसी fault के. Sometimes we feel, what was my mistake? यही mistake थी ना कि भगवान का जन्म होना था. That was only mistake. He was dragged and put in the prison. And he dragged the first child and killed straight away. Imagine the father, imagine the mother, how devastating. Second child, dragged and killed. Third child, dragged and killed. Fourth child, fifth child, sixth child. Six children of a mother are killed, not killed by some disease or some natural cause, ruthlessly and cruelly killed in front of our eyes. हम लोग होते हैं, हमको नहीं चाहिए ऐसे भगवान. I don't want भगवान जन्म through me. And still this couple taking Lord's name in that prison. Then he asked, imprison my father. Police said, no, I cannot do it. He said, whatever I was asking, you are not doing it. He himself imprisoned his father. Swayam nigrah bubujay shur senan mahabala. 69 shlok. Swayam nigrah. He himself did it. देख रहे हो आप? सहना सीखो भैया. अहंकार और ममता पे बहुत चोट लगती है. If you are on the spiritual path, lot of hurt will be showered on ahankar and our mamkar. बात सुनने की आदत डालना पड़ता है. We have to hear abuses. You have to hear some bad word. देखो 6 बच्चे मारे गए बेचारे के. एक बच्चा मर जाता, हम लोग टूट जाते. You cannot take that scene out of from your mind. Hateshu shatsu baleshu daivakya augrasenina. 4th श्लोक, next chapter. अब शेष भगवान आए. हम तो सोचते हैं, हमारा दिल ही बैठ जाता है. Even to think that something can happen to somebody. हम लोग होते भैया हमें नहीं, भगवान आप मत आओ, ठीक है, हमें I cannot see so much of pain. अपने पेट से किसी को पैदा करो and that person will be killed in such a manner. We cannot take it anyway. ये चुप, मौन में ही साधना होती है कभी कभी. Sometimes the sadhana is in a graceful silence, reverential silence, not compulsive silence. They were so egoless, so surrendered to God. So when Shesh Bhagwan came, Shesh Bhagwan, ये बलराम जी होने वाले, then Bhagwan Vishnu called whom? Yog Maya. And see 6th shlok. Bhagavan api vishwatma viditva kansajam bhayam yadunam nijnathanam yog mayam samadhishat. Mila? 6th shlok. Then yadunam nijnathanam. Underline that. Yadunam nijnathanam. Yadu, all these people think that God is only my Swami. God, निजनाथा नाम, निजनाथ, यदु मतलब जिसके नाथ भगवान है, जिसके नाथ भगवान है। हम उनके नाथ हैं, हाँ? हम उनके नाथ हैं। They have nobody else in their world. इसको तो बचाना है, किसको? इस बालक को। He said, do one thing. Who is saying to whom? Bhagwan Vishnu is saying to Shukdev ji. Bhagwan Vishnu is saying to Yog Maya, please be careful. So he is saying, please take this, extract this womb and put it in Rohini's womb. The 7th child. Shesh Bhagwan. Womb transplant नहीं, यहाँ से लेके वहाँ shift कर दे. Please shift this and go in Braj. And you will take birth from Yashoda ji. Devi hai ye. She is Devi. Yogmaya. If you go to Vrindavan, her temple is there. One Yogmaya temple is there. So inside you have to go and then you will have darshan there. Why? Because they are all troubled. I have to come now. अनेक कल्याणी अथा अहम अंश भागेन देवक्या पुत्रताम शुभे प्राप्स्यामि त्वम यशोदायाम नंद पत्न्याम भविष्यसि. And you take birth from Yashoda's, I will be taking birth from Devaki. Devakya putratam shubhe. 9th shlok. And you will be worshipped all around. Katyayani, like you will have a lot of names. Bhadrakali, Katyayani, Kumuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhavi. देखो ये भी है 11th श्लोक. 12th श्लोक माधवी also has come. देखो लिखा नाम नहीं खोला. कुमुदा, चंडिका, कृष्णा, माधवी. देखो लिखा है. I am not saying anything from my side. देवी है भाई, कोई छोटी मोटी थोड़ा ना. तो so it is written here, Maya, and this will be called Sankarshan because he has been, Karsh means to pull, to extract. He will be extracted and people will call him Ram because he will make everybody revel, and because he will be powerful, therefore he will be called Balaram, Balbhadra. Devi ji said, whatever you have said. Now, what shall I say? Bhagavan is going to come. Is it happy moment or a sad moment? It is happy because this is what they prayed for. And it is sad because he will not be able to see for 11 years. दुख में भी सुख है, सुख में भी दुख है. यहाँ पे एक के बाद एक दुख हुआ. वहां का दुख आने के बाद दूसरा दुख है. देखो यही कष्ट होता है. 16th श्लोक, take it. भगवान अपि विश्वात्मा भक्तानाम भयंकरः आविवेशांश भागेन मना आनगदुन्दुभेः सा बिभ्रत् पौरुषं धाम ब्राजमानो यथा रविः दुरासदोऽति दुर्धर्षः भूतानां सम्बभूवः. Bhagavan is everywhere. But he entered the mind of Vasudeva. Why? Tell me why. Enter means what? When he's everywhere, how can he enter? No, he enter means he is having a desire to make him the father. Desire, anugrahkari Ishwar is not everywhere. Karma Phaldatta Ishwar is everywhere. But anugrahkari Ishwar, the God who wants to become, is not everywhere. Water is everywhere, but ice is not everywhere. Obtainable water that will take a shape, that is not everywhere. Air is everywhere, but air taking a shape of your body is not everywhere. So he said, let me enter. अब भगवान अंदर आ गए in Vasudeva ji. Vasudeva ji's heart, God came as a desirous God to bless. पिता बोलने वाले भगवान आ गए. That God has come who wants to make him the father. That God has come who wants to make Devaki the mother. That God has come who wants to offer namaskar. बोले आपने बहुत कष्ट सह लिया. I think I should offer my namaskar to you. Enough for you. That namaskar offering God is ready. That God who wants to prostrate. That God who wants to give darshan. Ichhadhari Ishwar aa gaya. Like you have murti. Difference between the murti and the God all around is murti has ichha to get your puja. Murti has ichha to get your prasad. Murti has ichha to get arti. Everywhere God doesn't have ichha. But when he has ichha, then he has become from nirgun to sagun. अब भगवान आ गए. Understood? Meaning of I kaise? Everywhere, but he is with desire to grace. And Anak Dundube, his name was Anak Dundubi. Vasudevji is one name. Because when he was born, in the heaven, they started beating the drums. Therefore, his name became Anak Dundubi. Therefore, Anak Dundube, his word is here. And the moment he entered, Bhagavan entered, his face was brightened. Whose? Vasudevji's. Like the sun has come. Durasadot. Nobody can really dominate on him. Ati durdharsho. So guards came, they had to put on goggles. So he was so bright. It is written here, Bhaj manu yatha ravi. Nobody can dominate over him. And then he came to Devaki. And with the sankalp, he offered that in Devaki's mind. Please note, Bhagavan will not come in the womb. He is already in their womb. Where Bhagavan is not there. Bhagavan is already in the womb. But with the sankalp, with the manas sankalp, he said, Bhagavan, please come in the womb. And he touched, and Bhagavan now went in the womb of Devaki. This slok is beautiful. 19th slok, 2 lines. Sa Devaki sarva jagan nivasa bhuta nitaram nareje. Aha. That God, in whom whole world is there, he has gone in the stomach of Devaki. God is already everywhere, but he, as if he has become smaller. I told you so many times. You know, the mango tree you must have seen. But mango tree you cannot enjoy. To enjoy it has to come as a fruit. And something unless you possess and it becomes smaller, you cannot enjoy. You have to hold the mango to enjoy the mango. Similarly, the all-pervading God, to enjoy his name, form, he has to become smaller. And he came in the womb of Devaki. But it was. She was shining like that. So all the guards said, see, no, this is the problem. They both are shining. To Kans. So Kans, he came with his sword and all these things. And he came, but he was in the jail. Both were in the jail. So nobody could see that there. And the example is given as the person who doesn't share knowledge, his knowledge slowly wanes away. Tam Viksha Kansa Prabhaya Ajitantaram. Kans said, oh my God, it's too bright. I think the one who has to kill me is here only. Virochayantim bhuvanam shuchi smitam. Aha, kitna acha shabd hai. 20th shlok. So, when she saw Kans, he cousin the na dono. They were cousin. Kans and Devaki were cousin. So first time after so many days, see, he killed 6 boys. But seeing him, Devaki smiled. Tell me why she smiled. Why she smiled? She smiled, let me see, he has come, all my problems will go away now. Don't kill him. Kans, Virochyanti Bhuvanam, everything was brightened. Kans said, Esh me prana haro, Hari, I think he is the one who will take my life. Dhruvam Shrita Yatna Pura Em Idrisha. He said, Devaki was not like that, shining so much before this. I think I should not kill her. Lego. Now Kans is saying like that. Because first he is quoting Vasudevi. At a wrong place. First she is a woman, then she is my sister, then third she is pregnant. If I kill her, then I will get bad name. Everybody will say how cruel is the Kans, as if he didn't get. Now he is saying like that. They say that because same Kans is there, but Bhagavan has come, buddhi of the Kans has changed. And he went away. But both were now knowing that what is going to happen. This is what I was telling in the starting. यही अवतार होना चाहिए. भगवान आ गए. भगवान आ गए तो आनंद तो आ गया. Both were very happy. लेकिन भगवान आने के पहले he had prepared your heart. खूब बुलाओ हमको. जब the child was killed, then Devaki and Vasudeva used to pray, Bhagavan, don't delay. Please come. Please accept me. इस कष्ट को दूर कर दो भगवान. Please take away this sorrow from me. Please take away this sorrow. And now the time has come. When you wait for a long time and then something happens, then there is a joy. Now Kans was ready. He knew that he is there. So he couldn't sleep. His hairs were disheveled most of the time because he fell down. Asina, Samvishan. Anybody said, बोले क्या हुआ? जन्म हो गया? चले. Asina, Samvishan, Tishthan, Bhunjana, while eating, while walking, while sleeping, Chintayano, Rishikesham. Everywhere he was saying, अब आया क्या? कहाँ है? कहाँ है? कौन है? कहाँ है भगवान? कहाँ विष्णु? He was like that. इसलिए भगवान इसको मुक्ति देंगे. वो दोनों बेचारे बैठे हुए थे. देख रहे हो? हम लोग कंफर्टेबली आई वांट टू डू, जब कंफर्टेबली आई वांट टू डू पूजा, कंफर्टेबली आई विल डू सम सेवा. कंफर्ट में कुछ नहीं होता भैया. अहंकार को, ममता को कूट कूट के मारना पड़ता है, दबना पड़ता है. You have to be totally, you have chosen yourself. When you come on this path, itself means I have chosen myself to be crucified, to be pounded. You can pound my ahankar, you can beat me. Oh God, you can crush my ahankar, you can crush my attachment. I am ready for this deal. This is the deal while coming on this path of God. It's no easy deal. यहाँ कुछ नहीं होता ऐसा. But they won. अब भगवान आ रहे हैं. कितनी कृपा हो. बहुत खुश है भगवान. बहुत, he is very happy. And now Brahma ji, Shankar ji, all devatas, Narad ji, they said, सुनिए भाई, I'll do stuti first. Wait. First I will come. And Garbhavas is Mahaduk. Never praised. Only Bhagwan was there in the Garbh, therefore this Garbhavas is praised. This is the only where womb is praised. And then this is called Garbha Stuti. That we will see tomorrow onwards. Let us prepare our mind for him to take avatar inside. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam. बोलिए कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की, नमः पार्वती पते, हर हर महादेव। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, 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 हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।